The Todd Shapiro Show.
Time to hit the button!
On Canada Talks, SiriusXM 167.
Laura, we talked about the girl that didn't like me before you came on the show.
What happened?
I don't know. She's
so
the
every
first
week on the dating and relationship show.
Yeah, I just want to plug it. You're on 640, AM 640.
Global News Radio.
Yeah, single. Is that what they call it now?
Yeah, Global News Radio.
It's called the Dating and Relationship Show. Actually, Peter Anthony is my co-host about twice a month.
Yeah,
Nice.
well, I'm what we call a show regular.
And you know what?
Like me. I'm
Yeah.
not like
So
You're a
people-
radio whore.
Yeah.
So people love him, right? Like,
Yeah.
because I'm on social media. You know, I'm big into social media, and he every week I'm like, you should be on Instagram at least, because people send me messages. Oh, we love that Peter. We love that Peter. You have all these fans that you don't even know anything about. And every week he's like, no, I'm just on Twitter.
Well, you tell me about them, so that's nice to hear.
Yeah, but
I
you're
don't need
a
to be on
comedian.
Instagram.
You should be on Instagram.
I
Don't
told
you. Think
you.
He should be, Todd.
I respect the crap out of Peter for
so do I. I love
not
him.
being on it. Like,
Oh,
and
really?
I love that he's not on it. I wish my dream in life is to get off everything. But I can't because I get supported through my sponsors. I have to do sponsored stuff.
Right.
And then if I only did sponsored stuff, it would look terrible. So I got to sneak them in there.
It is.
Yeah.
It actually is very stressful. Like right now,
the worst.
I have to post at 7 p.m. Like I just took this picture outside on one of the brick walls out here at SiriusXM, and I'm giving away this purse, and so I have to post by 7 p.m. Right?
And
Am I
is that
gonna be out of here by-
is that a sponsored thing you're giving away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like there's always this pressure. It's like 7 o'clock hits, and sometimes I'm eating or I'm out, and like, oh my gosh, my post.
Are you giving that away through the app, through Instagram?
Yeah. So
And
actually,
so
I
how
gave
do
it
they
away.
win it?
Like last week, you weren't on the show, so I plugged it on the dating and relationship show, and so how do they win it?
How do they win it on the?
So
on
they have
Instagram?
to. So they have to like my page and like the dating relationship show page, like the Laura Bilotta page, and then like the bags who I'm giving away's page, and then I just pick a person randomly, really.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's not like the coolest comment
I actually choose somebody who's a loyal follower and who likes my
Oh, I can't swear.
can't swear. Sorry.
Can't swear.
Oh, sorry.
New
Not
channel.
on this
New
channel. Yeah.
New channel. It's okay. We
and
dumped
who
it.
likes my stuff.
There you
Yeah,
go.
likes my posts, and somebody who supports
You give
me.
it to friends.
No, I don't actually. You know what? This purse is really cute,
Let me
and
see it.
I kind of wanted to win it myself.
Who makes it?
I Toronto Soul.
Can I win it right now? Because it's my 5-year anniversary today. It would be nice to come home with something.
Well, you're gonna have to support me.
Yeah, can I like retweet
Ooh, a
it
nice
all? and then
surprise
win it?
purse.
Can I like retweet it all?
You know, you have to go through the real steps.
I'll
and-
do the steps and then give it to me. Do you have it on you? I'll give it to. And then I have a gift for my wife.
No, would it be
tonight.
cool to do?
Come
to
on,
give a
I'm
girl
serious.
a purse and she opens it up, she goes, "Oh, that's
Oh,
such
yeah,
a nice
that would
purse,"
be
and then
good.
it's full of cash. When she opens it up, you stuffed it full of
How
Or
cash.
about
just like
this?
half everything and say, "See you later."
How about this? How about I get them to give you one because we're plugging it so much on the show.
Yes. But
Yes.
can we do that in the next 5 minutes? I gotta go home. It's my 5-year anniversary today.
I'm gonna call them right after the show, and I'm gonna ask them if I can give this one away and then get another one.
Oh, that'd
How
be the
does that sound?
coolest. I hope my wife's
So
not
we
listening.
it's like at AI Toronto Soul SEOUL, and they are they're a mom and like 3 daughters or something, and they create these handbags. Here, I have the other one here. This is the worker bag.
That's so nice.
I know they're really really nice, and a lot of the top influencers in Toronto actually promote for them. And they asked me, and I was like, yeah, I'm
That's
flattered.
great.
They
Cool.
gave me 3 bags. But,
That's
you know,
great.
and then I
So,
gave this one away.
how's the dating stuff going?
Dating is going good. You know what? Actually, this cold weather has been really messing things up, though. Like, I've had to postpone events.
Here's a great example. Like, I didn't even want to celebrate my 5-year anniversary with my wife today because it's so cold. Like, we were just like, we'll just stay home and order food.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that. And then, you know, Valentine's Day is coming up, and that's what it's all about, right? I think people, like, it's so materialistic. And
Hey, okay, so this is a good
Yeah,
question then.
yeah.
Let's start with Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
How does it work? Like, for instance, you're Peter Anthony, okay? And Peter Anthony's going on a date on Monday.
Oh, yeah, another one?
Yeah.
A first date. It's a
A
first
first date. But
Yeah.
Valentine's Day is on Thursday.
Right.
Yes.
So if this date goes well, so I'm just sort of saying Peter,
Yes.
but also people who are like really just newly dating, like very fresh, 1, 2, maybe 3 dates. Is there pressure to have to go out on Valentine's Day with these people, Laura?
Well, no, not
No.
necessarily, because it's too
a good
new.
question, though, right?
Peter, yeah, and Peter Anthony could probably answer this because he's become a dating expert himself.
Oh, I don't know about that.
just from being on the show, but. No, not necessarily. There's no pressure because he's only going on one date with her.
Yeah.
There's no pressure at all, actually.
And to be honest with you, I'm actually out of town on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so
I'll
that's
be
what I'm
honest.
saying.
I was using the example for anyone listening
No.
who's new to dating.
No.
Are they going to go,
There's
oh
no
my
pressure.
goodness, I got to go, like, now we got it on Valentine's Day?
Absolutely not.
No.
Like if
Okay.
you met someone around Christmas time and
Yeah.
you're 2 months in, it's like, do we do something
Even
for
then?
Valentine's
You do,
Day?
What's the day?
of course you do. Of
You do?
course you
So
do.
then
what's
Yes,
the-
if you meet someone around Christmas time,
Couple
you
months.
even meet somebody in no, not really. Like if it's okay.
What's the
every
cutoff? What's
no,
the
there
cutoff?
is no such thing as a cutoff. There's no such thing. It's how you feel within that relationship. You could meet someone within a week and know, like, I am
that's nice.
like loving on this person. This person is amazing. I feel so good. The
Why did
chemistry's all
Aerosmith
there.
Living in Elevator come to me? Like, that's what I
know.
kept thinking. I don't know why. It's so weird.
But and then some relationships, they move really slowly. I have a feeling that Peter Anthony moves really slowly, and I think that might be one of the problems. Because I have similar guys that are in my matchmaking service, and they do the same thing. Like, I'll set them up with dates, and I'll call them and say, how did it go? Or I'll email them, and they'll go, it was great. Yeah, I'm going to see her again. Okay, great. And then, 2 weeks later, well, did you see her? How's it? Oh, no, I haven't had time yet. What do you mean you haven't had time yet?
No, I
Have
know.
you contacted her? And then I'll contact her, and she's like, oh, you know what? Forget it. Like, it's been 2 weeks now. He hasn't reached out to me. Meanwhile, the guy likes the girl. You gotta go for it,
This
guys.
is the other thing, though. In this day and age, there's no slow, respectful courting anymore, right? Like, Peter's actually doing it the sweet way, the way our dads did it. They courted, they took their time, they were patient with
No,
it. They
that's
weren't.
old-fashioned dating.
Well,
But they were they were
what
more
I'm saying,
aggressive
though,
then.
what I'm saying though now is instant gratification through apps and this and that. Like, people just want to have sex within 8 minutes and that's it. It's like you can't go slow anymore. It's like a stock trade. You can't catch up to it. You got to be ahead of the trade.
Yeah,
and
you do
there's-
have to be ahead.
And there's a million other dudes who are like, it's too too fast.
My whole thing about this is,
I like that you're like this.
yeah,
though.
but I've said this before. I find it really hard here, just because back home, girls don't look at guys the way girls look at guys here.
What do they look at? How do they look at you here compared
Because
to back home?
there's always going to be someone better here.
No,
So
but that's your own insecurity.
yeah, I know it is, but I also believe that it's true because girls here are just want to ladder climb more than the girls back where I grew up.
Well, then maybe you're going after the wrong girls.
Yeah, but I want a good woman. I'm not. Why do I have to lower my standards?
No, you don't have to lower your standards, but maybe it's the type of girl that you're looking for, right? So what kind of girl are you attracted to?
Oh no, do we have to do
Okay.
this?
No, let's not go into Peter. Let's go into like just general dating stuff.
Okay,
Let's go into
You
general
want
dating stuff.
you want someone.
I like picking on them.
Yeah, but you want someone funny and that you can get along with, that's
Right?
attractive, that's
Yeah.
good in
But
bed,
if
that has
you
a good
find
job, that has
like
her
you
own money.
found that in the last girl, right?
This last girl that she was the first girl I liked, and since I
But
broke
did you
up,
text her daily?
I text her. We went out like every week for like
Every week.
5
Laura, hang on,
weeks.
Laura, you missed the gold. Okay, you missed the gold. What are you looking for in a woman?
What?
Do it again. What are you looking for in a woman?
What do you mean? I
Well, you
made a list.
I
Yeah, I
wanna-
had a
I wanna
list.
hear. I missed them.
Well, funny. You get along with them. They're good looking. They're attractive. They're good in bed. They have successful. They have money. They know how to cook. They like dogs. Stuff like that.
Do you think a girl can get better in bed?
Yeah, it gets better the more you hook up.
Exactly.
But then it peaks and then it falls off the cliff though. It's like
why does it fall off the cliff?
It always falls off the cliff.
Everything's a stock chart.
Yeah.
It is. Everything in life is. Your
Like
whole
you're
life
married
is
to
too.
you're married to someone for 20 years and the sex life doesn't fall off the cliff.
Maybe a little bit, but you haven't been married and you haven't dated anyone for more than 5 months, so I don't know if you know what you're talking about.
I think this. I think that when it comes to
He's like, boom.
But when it comes to sex, I would say that there are just people who are like insanely lustful for one another, where it's just like insatiable. And you can't, there's no, like, whether it's pheromones or something, and like everyone, and I know one guy, every guy I know says they've had one relationship like that, like at least one, where it was so based on this crazy, unbelievable nonstop, and it was good from the second you had it to the second it ended, but it was everything else that was messed up.
Yeah.
And And that's why I think, like, when it comes to those relationships, usually aren't like the ones that end up in marriage.
It's exactly right.
Yeah. And that's like, and then so when you ask, can sex get better? I think, yeah, sex can get better, but there's like, if every guy has that one, don't put this on Instagram because I have a wife. I don't want her to hear it's my 5-year anniversary. They will still.
Okay, I'll turn it off.
Okay. They will still like always think, well, it wasn't that one.
Right.
Being honest.
Because those relationships.
I'm sorry, I'm being honest.
Yeah.
So sex can get better, but they're always going, oh, just it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
Well, because when you have that
think I might get
chemistry,
divorced on
that
my 5 year.
passion, it tricks you in your brain into thinking that it's like deep love, right?
That's true.
But it's like, this is my soulmate. I feel him. Like, it's so amazing. But what that is chemistry. And you can't have a relationship when it's just based on chemistry. You need that compatibility. So the best relationships are when you have both chemistry and compatibility. You can have a relationship when you have just compatibility. Okay, there are people that, hey, maybe he doesn't like sex so much, neither does she, but they get along, they're great friends, and they're a great team, and they're compatible, and they can go on living a happy life, right? But when you just have chemistry in a relationship but no compatibility, it's crazy.
Well,
it's insane, and it can't work.
And the other thing I'll add to that is that, and I'll use me as the example, when you have this nutso sex and that doesn't work out, and then there's something that I think, and age does this to, I will stereotype men here, okay? There is something very, very warm about love. And like, while sex might not be insane, like a loving support partner and actual like love making as opposed to like crazy sex is the warmest actual feeling you can have. Like, and listen, that's what I have with my wife. Like when I'm often like, first off, I'm like, I still like, why do you have to look up at my nostril? I feel really bad about that. It's just to look up and see my big nostrils. And I'm always thinking that. So, and because I'm so in like this euphoric, like love, it feels so like loving. It's not like,
Yep.
And I think, oh my God, I have to look at me, sorry. But then I hope she also feels that. And then that's the nicest thing. And I hope, Peter, you find like, because love is people dating.
No, I've been there. Like, I've lived with 2 different girls.
I know, but
I've been there. I've been in love. So I totally understand what you're talking about. I just haven't been for a while.
I know.
Yeah.
It's tough. Wait, Laura, are there stats on that where relationships, like I once heard that you don't ever really, like if you break up and it doesn't work out again, I heard you only really ever fall in love once a decade. That's something that someone's told me before. Is that true?
No, I don't believe that. It depends. It depends on like if you've done the work to get over or past that previous relationship or not, right? A lot of people don't do the work, and they go into new relationships and they're still in love with the ex, and they haven't worked on themselves, or they haven't really sat down to figure out, okay, what went wrong in that relationship, and I don't want that in the new partner. They just keep making the same mistakes over and over and over again, and so they're not in a really good place. So they start attracting the wrong people for themselves. But like stats, and I don't know the actual stats, but in general, like there are no rules out there. I mean, yes, it can happen. You can break up with someone and be deeply in love with them, and then doesn't work out for some reason, and then 5 years down the road you meet someone even better and go, oh, this is the reason why it didn't work out with that person. It's because this person was supposed to come into my life. So yeah, I don't believe in that.
I thought that this last girl that I was dating, I thought it's gonna happen, but then I found out something about her, and it totally ended.
Oh,
and
you found out something.
I did.
about her.
I found out that she didn't want to hang out with me. And
Why
so
not?
that ended the relationship.
What do you mean she didn't want to hang out with
She didn't
you?
like me, and I found that out about her.
And you should have asked her why, though.
You know what? But it doesn't matter why.
That's desperate.
'Cause it could.
No.
I don't think that's
First,
desperate.
for me, it didn't.
No, it's not desperate.
No
But
way.
Laura-
No dude's
Because
gonna do
people-
that.
For me, it
because
didn't
people
matter.
need to know why.
Why?
Why?
For me,
Because
it didn't matter.
It's
It
over.
it could
doesn't
be
matter
something
why.
that he's doing.
No,
It didn't
No.
matter. All right, fine.
it didn't matter why to me,
No.
because if anything, she'd tell me something that I'd get insecure about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the thing is, back to my wife having to look up at like my
Your
nostrils.
nostrils.
She has never once ever minded my nostrils, and that's why it doesn't matter. Like if she didn't like something about Peter, and everyone knows this. When you eventually find someone, you love them. You do. You love them
do.
for the imperfections.
I
you love them
believe that.
for their idiosyncrasies.
Yeah.
You love
I
them,
believe that.
And that's why, even if she said, that's why I say Peter can't ask her, because she'll be like, "Well, Peter," and I can tell you what I don't love about Peter, but that's going to get awkward.
Yeah. Oh God.
So, and but I mean, when he's going to find that girl, guy, anything, and just someone will love you for you.
I think so. And the other thing too is,
And you're great. I'm in love with you.
But thank you. But we were
that
talking
every
about
show he's
Laura.
on.
We were talking about being our age. We were talking about earlier. But the one thing I do like about getting older is that I am 100% okay with who I am in terms of like I don't pick on myself in my own mind anymore.
That's
much.
so nice.
I don't.
That's
I used to
great.
just pick on myself all the time in my own mind, and I don't do that anymore. I just have accepted that I know I have some major flaws, but I accept them. I do work
everybody
on them.
has
I know, and I do
flaws.
work on them, but I think you have to accept that about yourself. So, if someone else sees flaws with me and doesn't want to be around me, that's
I just
cool.
can't believe you're sober right now.
Yeah.
But I told. Oh, what? Yeah. Last time. Oh, I can't say that on here.
What?
You guys were drinking beer.
Oh yeah,
We
were
do
drinking beer.
from time to time.
Oh yeah.
Not every time we're on the show.
I can start getting high. And
I've
doing
never
the
done.
show.
I've never done Laura's show
Drunk.
because we tape it at 12.
I don't get it because as soon as I have a sip of alcohol, like as soon as I start drinking, I get really dumb.
What? Why?
I do. I just get airheadish. I don't
That's called having
remember
fun.
things. I just can't do it. I could never do radio. I could never have a drink. And someone suggested I bring alcohol into the dating relationship.
But it's you also do it at. We tape it at noon, so you couldn't really do that and not look like an
The
alcoholic.
liquor store's open at 11, bro.
But
Yeah, but
I don't think
you
I
ever
do.
see those guys waiting for the liquor store to open in the morning?
Yeah, I've been there.
But I do agree with you, Todd, about
Yeah.
what you said. Like, I just think that people are so superficial and they're looking for this perfect looking person.
It can't
where
happen.
At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because when you fall for the person and you truly love who they are, you don't see like the bald spot on their head or like at the top of the head, or the big nostrils. Or the little belly, or those things go away. You
Man,
see
I
through those things.
I really don't look at beauty anymore. I told you something last time on the show. I look at people's aura, energy,
Yes.
like intelligence.
But that comes
Intelligence
with
is
age.
a big one
that
for me.
comes with age.
Yeah, I
'Cause
don't-
when I was young, I was so
That said,
superficial.
he did marry a supermodel. So
Pretty hot, but I
Yeah.
mean, like,
yeah.
pretty hot.
But
But I'm like,
as time goes on in the marriage, I mean,
You got to
that's
like more than that.
Yeah,
For sure. No, that's absolutely true.
you know what I like about my wife the most? Every time I see her, I get a boner.
Oh, wow.
You do
Every time.
Every time.
Like the first time of the day.
A
Like, if that makes
non-contact
sense.
erection?
Yeah, every time.
I
But
can't
she's
even
still-
get those at all anymore.
This is how you know you're with the right person.
It's crazy.
Okay,
She's never done anything with it. Just for the record.
They give you butterflies.
Butterflies, yeah.
Yeah.
Nervous. See, this last girl, I would get nervous.
Yeah, isn't
and I'm
that
like, that's a
nice?
good sign. I don't get like that for a lot of girls.
I'm like that with my wife. That's the thing about my nose. That's what I mean. I'm nervous.
A
I always worry about my
non-contact
breath.
erection, though, that is rare.
Oh, yeah,
in my
yeah.
world, friend.
But what's wrong? I don't get it. Your nose is fine.
No, I know it is. That's me just beating myself up.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
and then it's because she's so little and perfect. Like her nose is like, I'm like, oh, so perfect.
You made a great child with her, too.
Yeah, we'll see how he looks. And Macaulay Culkin didn't turn out so great, so you never know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
That's so true.
We'll see what happens. I swear.
The other thing, too, I want to say this. And Laura, this is one thing we don't talk about on the dating and relationship show much because we're talking about the aspect of dating, but I'm kind of comfortable being single. And sometimes I think, what if I'm just single forever? Is that something you've dealt with people like me?
Not really.
No?
Well, I had a friend recently. He just had a baby, and he thought he was going to be single forever, and he was like Casanova. He was like banging everything. Can I say banging?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, I think Peter's gonna be single forever. I gotta run.
No, I don't think so.
Laura, I love this. So no pressure on Valentine's Day, though. I think that's what we're getting at.
No pressure. No pressure. Yeah.
I'll be spending it alone if you want to come over. Anybody? Anyone
Yeah,
listening?
and if you're single on
Listeners?
Valentine's Day, find something fun to do. Hang out with friends. Go to the spa. Get a new haircut. Just to have fun. Just don't worry about it.
Don't
Don't
worry
put
about
so
it at
much pressure
all.
on yourself.
I got to work, actually. I'm doing, I told you,
There
CBC
you go.
Radio's
Oh
The
yeah,
Debaters.
go to a comedy show. Are you working?
Come out to CBC Radio's The Debaters.
There you go.
Beauty.
Go see a comedy show.
Laura, where can people find you?
They can find me on Instagram, Laura_Bilotta, and they can find me on Sunday nights on AM 640, the Dating and Relationship Show. It's also a podcast. And they can find me at singleinthecity.ca.
Awesome. I love when you come on. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you so much for having me. I love you guys.
This is the Todd Shapiro Show on Canada Talks, SiriusXM 167.